So John and I found all of these rocks in all of these particular ones, I believe, came from Wyoming and Nevada. We have some from other places too, but all of these in this collection came from Wyoming and Nevada. So, all of these are pieces of each other, or a bigger rock that we were cutting them off of to give away to people as gifts. I'm going to go into some great detail with y'all. So this is lava rock with a bunch of crystals on it. Quartz sugar crystal. And this was a much bigger rock that we broke up because we'd seen some cracks in it. And in the cracks we found that. So we started cutting it. This is more crystal. And it had all these pockets that are filled with all these little holes that are filled with crystal too. So we got a bunch of cuts of this, and more we want to cut. But that one's going to stay like it is, just like that. That one came from Wyoming. This one came from Nevada, Carson City, Nevada to be exact. It's a big chunk of quartz, but it came from a bigger rock that was just filled with crystal, and it needs some more cuts made into it. But you can see where the towers are right here, the crystal towers, and there where we got those chunks broke off. Some tower in there, tower in there. Not the best piece, but not the worst piece either. And then there's little fine little towers, crystals all through it. And that was broke off from a much, much bigger piece. These were together. Same rock. You can see the tower in there, tower there. Crystal towers. And then this was another piece of that same rock. You can see the towers in that. There. Crystal, little tiny crystals down in there. Prisms. And then in there. And this was a piece of that same rock. Which is almost pure D crystal. Prisms down in there. Prisms there. This is lava rock we found with a bunch of sugar crystal on it. All this is crystal. It's never been washed. We're traveling around off grid. I haven't had enough water to do it. River water's too dirty, and you need clean water with a lot of pressure, and we haven't had that. So it's still dirty. These were all the lava rock was found in Wyoming. All that sugar crystal on the top, around the edges. Nice holes. Lots of sugar crystal all the way around that, all the way through it. And this one is the piece off of that one I first showed y'all. Some more pockets you can see with crystals inside. So we're making flat slabs of that to give away. But I'm going to give this chunk to my daughters. And just a lot of this looks the same. All the sugar crystal on top of lava rock. And then there was this piece we found with that crystal in it. And this was a much, much bigger piece of rock. This is the vein of crystals. You can see the crystal veins through there. Crystal veins. Those stripes are crystal veins. And we broke it to make sure it really was crystal in there, just to be safe. All those are crystal veins. This is solid crystal through here. And then you look for these cracks as well. Usually if there's cracks or holes, there's crystals inside the rock. So to be sure we broke it, and it was crystals inside the rock. So this has some green crystals in it. It's on lava rock. Sugar crystal. This one was a really nice piece that we got. That came off of something similar around the same spot we got that in Wyoming. So we believe this one came from Nevada. And that's part of that other piece I showed y'all with all the veins in it. And then there's just all these with sugar crystal. They don't look like much. They're not very pretty because they aren't, cleaned up. And then there's this piece of quartz crystal from Nevada. It needs to be cut. But you can see lots of good stuff going on with that. A nice crack right down through there, which is a good indication of crystal inside. Lots of holes, so that one's going to be a fun one to cut. This one's from Wyoming. All the lava rock like this came from Wyoming. And you can see we already started to cut it. And then our thing broke, so we never finished cutting it. Lots of sugar crystal all the way around and through it. I have so much of it that I was only going to do small cuts for kids to give away for Christmas for the kids and stuff that I know and in the family, and hide some. I like to hide things around town wrapped around Christmas for people to find. But sugar crystal. These are just shards and pieces of the ones I already showed you. Got some tower going on in there and stuff, so I kept them. Figured somebody's kid might really like that. But at the same time, it's also very sharp and you can get cut very easily. But anyways, just little pieces. And then these. So this is a type of fossil, and I believe it's some sort of parasite. And these are some sort of parasite. When I googled it, these are like parasite worms, soft body worms. It's a type of parasite, and it is a fossil. So when I did the Google search, see the worms? When I did the Google search, and it's done in what I believe is lava rock, but I'm not sure. Again, when I did the Google search, it said to be a fossil, it cannot be younger than 10,000 years old. So, anyways, this is fossilized wood. It's turned into a fossil. It's not just hardwood or it's got a little bit of mild crystallization on top starting to form. And then this is Schertz. Schertz is another type of fossil, usually fossilized wood, but it can be many things because, to the best of my memory, and do not hold me to this exactly because I can't remember everything, but to the best of my memory, so it kind of hardens, the wood turns to a fossil, then some sort of chemical, something happens in nature, changing it to something else, and then it happens again later, turning it into this waxy Schertz. So I believe it was originally wood, because it's got grain in it. See all that grain? But I could be wrong. But it is Schertz. And then this we found. John thinks that it may be some sort of grinding tool, an ancient grinding tool, an Indian grinding tool, or it fits perfectly in our fingers. Like somebody was holding it like that and doing like this to grind something. Don't know, but that's what he thought it was. And then this will be another fun piece to cut because it's got signs of crystals in it. And lots of holes with crystals in those holes. Lots of coloration going on. A little crystal tower right there. And a little crystal in there. So it's going to be a fun one to cut. Little cracks through there. It's going to be real fun to cut and see what happens on the inside. I guess that's pretty much all of them. I mean, you really don't need to see them up close, all of them up close, because, like I said, they all kind of look the same. They all came from the same location. So, that's really
It's raining.
it.